Hey, everybody. It's Everyman with Everyman's 40K channel, and it is good to be back. I've been away for a little bit, but like I said, I'm back. So today, what I'm going to bring to you in this new YouTube post is we're going to start working on my Chaos Knights list. You guys know that the new Chaos Knights Codex just dropped, about maybe a month ago. And we have a new detachment called Lords of Dread that I want to really play. I want to put those big knights on the table. Well, currently I have only 3 big knights and about 8 to 9 war dogs. So what I got to do is I got to build one more big knight, but I also want to add a great unclean one or possibly a Rotigus, right? And I want to be able to use a great unclean one with a bell because I'm also trying to get a unit of plague bearers also on the table. So again, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing what we call a digital bash, and you guys have seen that before back when I did my World Eaters Corn Rampager for my Chaos Knights. So it does exist, and we're going to call this the opener, okay, or the opening video for this particular project. And if you haven't, go ahead and go over into the other videos, into my library there, and check out my Corn Rampager, that particular night. And it is sort of the similar direction that we're going to take in this video. Okay, so we're going to describe the digital content. We're going to describe where I got the files. I'm going to show you where or how to put the files together digitally. And then we're actually going to start the official hardcore sculpting. The prints are for this particular file. I do have the prints printed out. I ran them through my 3D printer already. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's run through these files, and let's start describing how to get the files, what you do with the files, so on and so forth. All right, so now we're going to go back to Lord of the Print. Okay, so now they've renamed themselves to Rescale Miniatures, but this is where I had got my body, right, kind of a dragon, and I had to, again, go check out that video on my Corn Rampager, but we had to scale it up about 200%, and we did some, trickery to get it to fit in underneath a knight carapace. Well, here we're going to go back to Rescale Miniatures, and I want to give credit to where credit is due. So you can go to myminifactory.com and then go ahead and type in the IP or the IP owner who you're looking for, and you'll end up getting their collections. And then under their collections, you'll get a list of all the different styles or types of miniatures that you're doing or that they're doing. So today, what we're going to do is go into Bastions of Purity. We're just going to go pick one. It is their most recent release. They released this back in August or this month. So what they do basically is Lord of the Print works in July for the next coming month. So they're working on miniatures in July for what they would call their August release. So then what you're going to do is you're going to come in here, and we're going to choose Bastion of Purity. And then as you can see, look at this model. I mean, if this doesn't scream Blood Angels, right? You can take the shoulder pads, swap in some Space Marine shoulder pads. You can take out that shield, swap in do another arm swap, maybe from a Space Marine or even a larger Primarch. I don't own this miniature, or I didn't buy this particular one, so I don't know if this is Primarch size or regular Marine size. But again, you paint this up red, drop that shield. This screams to me Blood Angels. You put a Space Marine backpack somewhere on there, or tweak it here and there, and I just love it. I mean, look at this miniature, the detailed. I mean, those wings, I mean, super good. Okay, so now let's go back to the computer. And for these type of files, you're going to get the download, right? Once you purchase the IP, you're going to download it, you're going to put it on your computer, and you're going to get a supported or an unsupported series of files. For these particular types of projects, you're going to want to use the unsupported versions of these models, at least when you're designing, right? But after you design, if you do not have to scale up or scale down, then you can go ahead and start printing using the supported files. But okay, if you're going to scale up and scale down, then yes, you are going to want to support your own files. So you come in here and you just drill in and you bring up the unsupported section. That's what we're going to go do. As you can see by this screenshot here, they offer 3 different models. One is a walking, one is on a throne, and then one is just standing. Okay, here, once we get into the files, you can see the STLs are the little blue icons, and then they drop you a JPEG, right, along with the file, so you can kind of see, hey, this is what this particular model is supposed to look like. I'll go ahead and I'll drop a new JPEG here, and then you can take a look. This is what we're building, okay? And then now what we're going to do is we're going to take the STL files and we're going to drop them into 3D Builder. And I have this already set up, okay? So we're going to double click my particular project file that I've already been working on. Okay, so your project is now loaded. So as you can see by this JPEG or this image here, it looks a little bit different, right? So now what we can do is once we have this in either Mesh Mixer, Blender, and as I said, this particular program is called 3D Builder. It's just a free Microsoft product that they give you. Again, it comes in, well, actually it's unsupported. So I do not believe that this is in Windows 11. So I'm lucky I still have Windows 10. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to kind of do a little tutorial here. We're just going to manipulate this file a little bit. We're going to kind of show you what we did. As you can see, again, I already stated, look at the bell. As you can see, this bell was not original. I got this from another file that was given to me by a buddy, one of my friends. He said, hey, here, check this out. I got a bell. I guess somebody else's IP had a guy, great unclean one, carrying a bell. So on this bell, basically what you can do is you slide it in and you just position it so that you can tell where it's going to fit, okay? And you can then scale it, make it smaller, bigger. You can get the size right. You can rotate it, position it, right? You can do whatever you want, right? Again, referencing the bell to get it how you want it. Once you lock it in, you then are going to print the bell separately from the original model. And you'll see when we take these prints and we go to the table how it works, because I have the bell as a separate print. So now here we go. We're going to highlight this model, and you can see that within the app it highlights blue, and everywhere where it's kind of highlighted blue, it represents your model that you have selected. And then we're going to separate the original IP from the the other stuff that we're bashing, right? Because you got to remember, this is what we're going to call a 3D bash or print bash. So now you can see that it's separated, and then there you can tell the hand of the bell is backwards, or like not, it's actually the wrong arm. It's the other side. So, or it's that particular arm, but he's supposed to have the bell in the air, like banging it, but instead he's carrying it down low, so it just moves the position of the hand. The hand is all jacked up. You can see the back. Again, this is another part that it has a tail, but this is coming from the same pit of pestilence. So since I bought the whole collection, this back piece is from what they call a Varathi, and I'll show you the image here from Lord of the Print or Rescale Miniatures. And again, this is what the Varathi is supposed to look like. Now let's go back to this print, or to the 3D builder, and you can see that on this arm, again, I changed it from the model. The sword is from the same Rescale Miniatures, but it's from the other one. It's from the one that's sitting on the throne, I believe. Now let's zoom in here, and you can tell some things are kind of going wrong. You see how this sword is the hilt and the guard is actually in the leg of the model, the Great Unclean one, right? Once I position the hand where I want it, where he's dragging the sword along, the half the sword is sticking in the leg. So when we take this and we print it, we're going to put it on the table, and we're going to split that with the knife, and we're going to flip that 45 degrees, so he's dragging it a different way. But we're not going to mess around with it at the hand. We're going to mess around with it just at the point of the sword, at the handle. We're going to cut it at its smallest point where it does the least amount of damage. And then finally, let's talk about the back, okay, this Varathi part. What we're going to do is we're going to take, and we're actually going to then go in here with some Milliput or some green putty, or sculpt in the body to get the two different skin textures to be the same. And then we're going to put some extra pustules, some pus, some open wounds. Again, we're going to take a lot of liberties with this to make this kind of as gross as we can, and we're going to just we're going to deck this out pretty much. So that's it. I just wanted to go ahead, start this project. Again, this is what we're going to call the project opener. It's been a long time since I've done one of these videos, so I'm kind of a little bit rusty. I got to get back into the swing of things. Sound, audio, video, it's a skill. I'm telling you, these people that do this for a living, it's a skill. So this is just kind of a little side thing I'm doing, and it's a little hobby of mine. So if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and smash that notification bell, because next week, or within the next couple of weeks, we're going to actually have this on the table, and we're going to start putting this model together, because like I said, the prints are actually already printed. Okay, so like we always say on the channel, may all your dice rolls come up sixes unless you're looking for a one. All right guys, peace out.